Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. You're in the cheap seats, Josh Komnick, along with the furniture guy, Jake Johnston again.
Hello. ¿Cómo está? Hello.
Back out here at Beck's Travel Plaza, located on Lincoln's west side next to the Hampton Inn. Check out the great beer and soft drink specials going on now. One of those specials, a couple of those specials from 9 to 10. Enjoy $1 Godfather's breakfast pizza slices and free fountain drinks. And right now, enjoy these Valentine specials going on at Beck's Travel Plaza in Lincoln. Bud Light, and Miller Lite cases for an incredible $14.99, along with the delicious new Bud Platinum.
Blood Platinum.
Can't beat it. I'm going to try one. Bottles for only $10.99 to 12-pack.
The free soft drinks.
Yeah.
How much is that?
That would be $0.
Oh, nice. And that's to when?
9 to 10 only.
Sweet.
Stock up on 30 packs of Keystone Light for an amazing $12.99. 20 packs of Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew are priced right at only $5.99 a 20-pack. Right now at Beck's Travel Plaza, located next to the Hampton Inn in Lincoln from 9 to 10. Stop in for a free soft drink and $1 Godfather's breakfast pizza. Jake, we've got a Coach Alexander here, but not the usual guy.
No.
A little smaller.
I think he's
a little younger.
A little younger.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Coach Greg. Coach Greg Alexander. Coach, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having me.
Usually have the elder Alexander in, but we are delighted to have the
Freshen up the show a little bit.
That's right.
Today.
Get a new blood, a new look on the Railer. A big Railer win last night, 49-30. We've got the second all-time leader in 3 points made in Illinois State University basketball history. Coach Greg Alexander, first, before we get into that great varsity game, one of the better games I thought all year, all in all, for the Railers. Let's talk a little bit about your sophomore team. Comes in last night to the contest. Did not come out on top against Sacred Heart, but you're 15-4. You just came off the Taylorville tournament champions, and so far, every time I've seen every game, you guys have been strong all year.
We have the kids have been doing a great job. They've been playing hard every day in practice, giving the varsity a good look each day, and they've gotten better throughout the year as it's gone on. There's a couple games that haven't gone our way. We'd love to have those back, but we'll continue and get back at it tonight.
Yeah, Coach, can you tell your dad to quit taking some players from you? You know, you've got some sophomores that play varsity. You've got a freshman that plays varsity. Now you've got Bowlby, the kid that plays a half. I mean, can he get all of them?
You know, it's a little frustrating
I'm
at
telling
times.
you, I was there too.
You know, and Coach J. Mack and Coach Harmson say the same thing because we steal some from them, and it just keeps going down the line, and it gets a little frustrating. But no, they're all ready whenever they can go, and you know they're excited to play. So and that's a good thing. Yeah,
Coach. Joy Olden, the point guard, several shooters on the outside. You're playing some freshmen. You're playing some sophomores. You've got a good mix of them, and you know the younger classes have looked great so far. The freshmen have a great record. Of course, yourself a good record, and there's talent to come for the Railers.
You know, we enjoy our young classes. You know, we think down the road the future is bright, and they continue to work hard every day, and that's a big key. Is for them to come in and play every day and improve as we go throughout the year. With the sophomores, there's a lot of players that can play. We rotate them in and out, and it seems like there's a different player that steps up every day.
Coach, a little tough sometimes. I know did it for 3 or 4 years under your father, and going against the varsity all the time. Seems like the old man gives them all the calls. You've got to go. You're just getting beat up in practice, but you know it's great. And I think what's great about the sophomore level is you get to go against those guys every night. You're not going to play sophomore teams that are as skilled as the varsity guys, and you guys get a lot out of it.
They really do. And you know if they don't come to practice to play, the varsity team is going to give it to them. You know, they're going to be physical with them, and they'll struggle a little bit. So they have to be prepared every day, and it's more physical, which prepares them for the sophomore games that they have to play in.
Coach, of course, Muhammad Seymour coming to town tonight. That's a regular start time. That's not a varsity, or it's not a conference game. So a regular start 6 for the sophomores and 7:30 for the varsity. Of course, again, that's 8th grade night tonight. So all of the 8th graders that play in the Lincoln area will be introduced at halftime of the varsity game along with coaches. But let's get to that big Railer win last night, Coach. 49-30. The Railers improved to 13-13, 7-7 in the conference. Sacred Heart Griffin falls to 12-12, 8-7 in the conference, Coach. And I was talking with Jeff, the voice of the Railers, on 96.3 FM, and I was talking about road wins and how tough it is. Last night was, and it's hard to believe or think that, last night was only our second true road win. If you go at Sacred Heart Griffin and at Springfield, we've won on the road, but it's never been against that team that we're on the road against.
Tough win. Road wins are tough to come by. Anywhere. Especially in the Central State A. Playing at SHG is always tough. They always have a great student section. It's always loud in there, and our kids did a great job from the tip of kind of taking that crowd and that atmosphere out of it. Van Hook led the way in a very balanced scoring for the Railers. Van Hook had 12. Gessner had 11 and 9 for Cook. Kirby with 3 threes for 9 points also. 3 points for Will Podbelsic and 3 points for Jake Olson, and Dane Eimer knocks in a free throw to crack into the scoring column for the 49. Coach, anytime we talked about it earlier on in the year, we were getting those guys several three, maybe in double figures at times. That was really a key for the Railers, and we've talked about with your dad a lot about just finding ways to score with this team. Last night it wasn't necessarily from the three-point line. The Railers shoot 7 of 19 from the three-point line during the game for 37%, but we were 16 of 37 from the field as a whole. So the Railers did a good job I thought, of going to the basket last night. Yeah, we did a lot better job executing last night with our sets and then into our offense, where we got the ball moving and it gave us opportunities to get into the paint and get some baskets score at the basket and get to the foul line a little bit. Yeah, and what they and again we talked about playing a physically tough team have given the Railers a challenge all year. We've went to Rochester and lost. They're a physical defense. Sacred Heart Griffin came to Roy S. and did the same similar thing. And it seems like we played that same, and I thought Sacred Heart Griffin was equally tough or tougher than they have been, just shoving and pushing. And I think our guys have maybe figured out a little bit more than what we had in the past of how to play against a defense like that. That's something we've really been working on throughout the weeks. Is we play in a very physical league, and teams like to belly up on you and be very physical on the ball and off the ball. So in practice, we've been adding 6 guys out there on defense, so our sophomores can really get up and play those guys, so they can work at playing that type of a game. All in all, I thought, Coach, and get some of your thoughts on it for the game, really one of the better efforts, especially on the road. You're talking, as you said, I thought a very good crowd, not only by the Railers, of course, but SHG, I'm guessing maybe 300 to 400 students. I mean, just maybe that's a little much, but there were a lot of students there. There were a lot of the general body fans for Sacred Heart. And you talked about early, the Railers got up early. I think it was about an 8-3 deficit for Sacred Heart, and Sacred Heart came back, kind of got their crowd into it, tied it up at 8 in the first quarter. And then after that, it was really in the Railers' hands. I thought they took control. You guys took control of the game, and Sacred Heart Griffin never really was in it the whole time. No, that's something, I think it was tied at 8 at the end of the first quarter, and then we just kept plugging away. And I think our defense once again was a huge key. We got to their shooters. We did a great job on the glass, and we stopped their dribble drive. So if we can play on the defensive end, that just helps our offense out a little more as well. Yeah, the Railers, as you said, Coach, tied up at 8 after 1, and the Railers go into halftime leading 26-14, and really coming into halftime, coaching staff, you guys got to like what you saw, up 12 against a team that beat you earlier before, 42-36 back on January the 13th. Coming in at halftime, what did you say to the guys to keep them not only into the game, but 12 points isn't a lot especially when they got a player like Austin Ingleton who can hit it from 3. Right. We obviously very pleased with the first half. We played, especially that second quarter where we went on a little bit of a run. I think we held them to 4 points, but not getting relaxed at halftime and coming out, not being ready and focused to play in the second half and let them get back in it and get their confidence going was a huge key and something we really talked about. When you play SHG, they don't quit. They're a very tough team. They have a lot of pride, and they're never going to just lay down for you. Some of the stat lines for the Railers.
I thought, Coach, and we'll get your thoughts on it, Max Cook had one of his best games of the season, and you're not going to get 25 points from Max, but you're going to get a great stat line. He was 2 of 4 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 9 points, 4 total rebounds, and 5 assists. And he kind of got twisted a little ankle, I think, maybe late in the game. But all in all, Coach, he handles the ball 90% of the time. He's plays numerous positions on the defense. And against a physical, pretty quick, tough team, he did a great job last night.
Yeah, he was one that kind of got into the paint and set some others up. Like you said, he's not going to be the guy that has 25 or 30. But, he gets our offense going. He gets everybody involved. I think on that, he didn't even have a turnover last night. Mm-hmm. So when your point guard can take care of the ball like that and distribute it, it just makes your offense go. 5
turnovers, as you said, Coach, only for the Railers. You don't see that a lot, against a physical, pressure-filled team, especially on the road. The Railers did a great job. 5 turnovers for the Railers, 13 for the Cyclones. Christian Van Hook was, as I said, the leader in score. He had 12 points. He was 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He also had 8 big rebounds, Coach. And we talked this with Big Coach Al earlier before in the last couple of games that Christian has been getting into foul trouble. I know in at least 4 games prior in the first quarter where you guys have had to sit him. This guy makes so much of a difference. You're talking 8 rebounds. I truly believe if he's in that first half against Lanphier, he changes a bunch of shots in there. They don't get near as many offensive rebounds. We may come out on top against the number 1 team, but they did a good job of getting him in foul trouble. Christian's got to learn, if you've got one, you've got to let that guy go by for the free throw or for the layup and just give him 2 points.
Yeah, he's got a huge presence inside with his athletic ability. You'll see somebody drive down the paint and they'll just stop, turn, throw it out because he's so long, he's so athletic. There was a couple rebounds he got last night where
only Jake could get if he was playing.
That's right.
Only you could get, Jake.
But he was just.
I am a monster.
It looked like he grabbed it at the top of the backboard, and that's, obviously you can't teach anything like that. And he had 8 big rebounds last night. Where, if he owns the glass like that, we could be in good shape.
Yep, Railers up 26-14 at half. And we'll come back here, and we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back with head sophomore coach and assistant varsity coach, Coach Greg Alexander, to go over the second half, and we got a preview of Mahomet Seymour. You're listening to WLCNonline.com. Back out here at Beck's Travel Plaza, out on the west side of Lincoln. From 9 to 10, enjoy $1 Godfather's breakfast, pizza slices, and free fountain drinks. And right now, enjoy these Valentine specials going on at Beck's Travel Plaza in Lincoln. Bud Light, and Miller Lite cases for an incredible $14.99, along with delicious new Bud Platinum bottles for only $10.99 a 12-pack. Stock up on 30 packs of Keystone Light for an amazing $12.99, or 20 packs of Pepsi. Diet Pepsi and Mountain Dew are priced right at only $5.99 a 20-pack. Right now at Beck's Travel Plaza, located next to the Hampton Inn in Lincoln, from 9 to 10 today. Stop in for free soft drinks and $1 Godfather breakfast pizza slices. You're in the cheap seats. Josh Komnick, the furniture guy, Jake Johnston, and the sophomore coach at Lincoln Community High School, Coach Greg Alexander, going over the big Railer win last night, 49-30 over the Cyclones from Sacred Heart Griffin. That was at SHG, who is newly renovated, putting in a new addition and a beautiful new football stadium, baseball field. It'll be one to go see. All new turf on the football field. That would be nice for play on, Jake.
I thought they would have had that years ago.
Would think. One of the powers in the state of Illinois.
You'd think by now they'd be upgrading to a dome.
Well, that'd be nice too. The Railers improved to 13-13 overall, 7-7 in the Central State 8. Sacred Heart Griffin falls to 12-12, 8-7 in the conference. Van Hook led the way with 12, Gessner with 11. Cook and Kirby also had 9 for the Railers. Austin Ingleton with 13, and joining us, Coach Greg Alexander. Coach, let's get in a little bit of the second half. I thought one thing last night, we talked about the Railers last time let Ingleton get going early in the first half. It looked like a very big point of emphasis to not only get up on him, but push him out behind the three-point line. There's a lot of shooters barring not yourself. But there's a lot of high school shooters that are obviously a lot more consistent from right on the 19-9 line. When you move them back to 20, 21, 22, really struggle, or the consistency is not there in high school. We did that to Eagleton last night. He got a couple looks, and he hit some. He's going to hit a couple. He took, he took like 11 threes. All of his field goals last night were three-point attempts. Did not even attempt it to. 11 threes. He's going to knock a couple down. He's a good shooter. But the Railers did a fantastic job on not only him but the rest of the Cyclones.
Yeah, he's one of their big keys. And like you said, you cannot let him get going. And when we play them at home here, we let him get going in the second quarter. I think he had 12 alone in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. And we pushed him off the line. A lot of his shots were deep, and they were not on the line. And he never seemed to get in that really good rhythm where he got really effective.
Yeah, you saw him also get frustrated several times. I know he missed a couple threes pretty badly in the first half. He went to the free throw line and missed his first free throw, and he didn't do that normal just dribble at the free throw line. It was a pretty much slam of the basketball down and got it and was able to convert on that one. But the Railers, again, hold the Cyclones to 36% shooting. They were 12 of 33 from the field, 4 of 20 from the three-point line, and 2 of 5. Only 2 free throws made by Sacred Heart Griffin. The Railers were 10 of 13 from the line. Again, another point of emphasis, I think, for the Railers. We've talked about struggles scoring all year. Getting to that free throw line, Coach, is just an easy way to get points on the board, and the Railers did it last night. We've seen games this year where they've done a good job of getting to the free throw line, but last night we were aggressive going to the hoop.
That's right. You get to the foul line, it's a free chance to get a couple baskets there, and attacking the rim can help it. So when we keep our offense spaced and we keep that ball moving, there's opportunities to where we can dribble drive and get to the paint and put a little more pressure on the defense so we can get into the bonus and get to the foul line.
3-point points. Lincoln had 21 of them, of course, on the 7 makes, and only 12 for Sacred Heart Griffin. I thought that was a huge point of emphasis for you guys, and it worked out well. Turnovers, 13. Coach, we talked about with Jeff during the air. They had 13 turnovers, and I bet almost 6 or 7 of them were travels. They must have traveled in the first half 5 times, and not a lot of, we were putting our normal pressure on them, but just guys traveling, and I don't know if the referees were a little extra conscious, but boy, it got physical there toward the second half and the end of the game.
It did, and our defense, it moved. We moved on the pass last night, so I think we forced them to play a little quicker, which may have caused some of those travels. So if our defense can continue to move like that and we can be active and force teams to give us unforced turnovers, that's just going to help us out a lot more.
Again, the Railers 49-30. We'll run over some of those Central State 8 scores real quick with you. The big game, really the game that went for the Central State 8 crown. At least Lanphier has a share now. They cannot lose at all by them outright. They can win outright. They won at Chatham 57-55 in a near standing room only. I know a guy tried to get in at 7 o'clock and they turned him away. There was no more guys getting in, no more people getting in after 7. 57-55, Lanphier won. Bruce Weber was in the house to watch a couple of sophomores, and Peyton Allen from Chatham, and Mr. Austin Jr. from Lanphier. Guys, we need you now, so if you can forego your 2 years at high school, come on down to the Illini. Springfield won 49, Jacksonville 43, Rochester 55, Taylorville 31. Man, Taylorville 83-game losing streak in the Central State 8. Boy, I just like to see them get a win before the year's over. And the score